What is up, people? MrFalliorsLife here, bringing another video. So, just a quick one for today, but it was still pretty crazy. So for this week, weekend, pretty much, yeah, Friday's a weekend. We have been without two employees because they went to Disney and their brothers with their family for 4 or 5 days or something like that. So we were down two employees for the weekend, and meaning 2 stock days, and then there was also one day in between that they also work. That because they're not here, I was given that day instead, which is awesome. That gives me an extra day of pay, which is really nice. And when I got there on the regular truck day, it was the biggest truckload of stuff that we've got since being there, with two less employees to do it. So as you can imagine, and not even our store manager. Our store manager wasn't there either. He doesn't do the stocking, but still, he wasn't there either. So of course we were a bit behind because of the lack of two other employees, and basically, long story short, we normally get off work at about 10 o'clock. Last night, got off work at 11:45. Almost, I didn't get home until after midnight. So that's an pretty much extra 2 hours, because I also got there like 5 minutes early that day, which was nice. And then today, it was just me and the 16-year-old employee that does stocking. And this was for backstock, regular backstock stuff to put on the shelf to see if they fit on the shelf and all that stuff. And one of the first things that I did when I was there was I was putting something on the condiments shelf, and I wound up knocking over a bottle of hot sauce, which hot sauce is in a glass bottle, and of course it smashes on the floor, and the floor is covered with hot sauce and broken bottle. Not really much glass. It only broke in like 3 spots, so that was good. So I put the shopping cart that I had over top of it, and then I went to the back, got a mop and a bag, a little bag from the fruit section. You know how like whenever you go into a store, they have like these bags so you can put fruit and vegetables in if you're picking out your own. And so I got one of those little ones, and I put the glass bottle of what was left of the hot sauce in there, and then I had to mop it up and stuff. But even after mopping it up and putting up a wet floor sign and all of that, the whole aisle smelled like hot sauce. So anybody that go down that aisle and burn their nose, it was funny. And if you don't know, if you're under 18 and you work at pretty much anywhere, you're under a strict guideline, so you can only work a certain amount of time. You can't be treated like a regular adult does for their jobs. So like he has to be done like he has to clock out at 10 o'clock. He cannot stay later than 10 o'clock no matter what needs to be done. So he left at 10 o'clock, and it actually wound up just being me left to do whatever was left. And so I had to like do stuff that we don't do normally because other stuff was backed up for the day. And so I had to I had to do dairy as well. And by the time we were done today, it was about 11 o'clock. So that's another hour on top of the 8 hours I was already given that I wouldn't have gotten if these guys didn't take the vacation. So you count the 9 hours from today and the additional 2 hours from yesterday. That's 11 extra hours of pay that I'm going to be getting this week. So that's pretty cool. And now tomorrow is truck day again without these two because they're gone until the next week, the middle of next week, the first truck day of next week. So they'll be back by the next truck day, which is the next time I work anyway. So tomorrow we shall see how tomorrow is going to work. It depends on how big the truck is, but I kind of hope that it goes a little bit past again so that I can get even more hours, you know. And they did say that holiday hours normally come by now, like where everybody gets an additional day or something for the week. But so far it hasn't come yet, and it's normally not this late. So I don't know what's going on with that. Well, hopefully I can. That way I don't really have to worry about getting a second part-time job until after the holidays are over. That'd be nice. Just get as much experience as I can at this one job and keep learning at this one job instead of trying to learn two different jobs at the same time, you know? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.